Hello and welcome to another day of 50 days of Keynote in the classroom. This episode created by me at Mrs. Educate on Twitter. Hello and welcome to day 46 of 50 days of Keynote, and today we're going to be looking at how to use Keynote to make some comics. So what exactly do we mean by a comic strip? Well, it basically means that you're making something look like how you would have a comic book. So we've got images, shapes, maybe some speech bubbles, lots of different things like this. And it's a lot to do with using shapes. There are also some other little tricks that we can look at just to make life easier, and that's going to be to use master slide. So the first little tip I have for this is to change the master slides or the slide master, and this is quite simple. If you click on the slides that you have, highlight it and click on it, you'll have an option for master slides, and once you're on there you can start to change things the same way you would anywhere else, just using the little paintbrush at the top. So if you change the background, it means when you go back in to choose a slide, you automatically have a background you want. So for example, I've used that sort of iconic comic strip version. The next little trick or tip is basically using shapes. So we can use loads of the shapes. I've only shown you really on the video here the squares that you can add to make the background squares, but you can add the stars, you can add the speech bubbles, and that's basically all the iconic comic strip bits you need. So really have a play and see what shapes there are and see what different actions you can do with them. And the last little trick I have for you is to use an image gallery instead of the squares, and that basically means that you can add images in, because comic strips are mostly images. So just if you're making a template, for example, for your pupils, then they just have to click on it and add the pictures that they might already have, rather than adding writing or rather than trying to fit other bits and pieces in. You don't necessarily need to use the gallery feature. You could just put one image in, but it just makes it a bit like a placeholder. It's an easy way of using a placeholder for pupils as well. Thanks for watching another 50 days of Keynote. You can find all the videos on Padlet and the Keynote files here.